Lab 5 in the 5th chapter of your readings guidebook. And the demo for Lab 5 will be on the masculine feminine card reading. It's in chapter 5, I believe page 24. I'll put it up in your guidebook. And you can see it there. And there are 5 cards. It's chapter 5 with 5 cards. It's the masculine feminine.
Oh, wow.
And I'm going to do a reading for Monique here momentarily. So just to review quickly, this is the layout here. And there's the masculine and the feminine. The feminine here is on this side. And then the masculine is on the other side. In the middle is a unifier card. So the feminine is the focal here for the feminine, and the 2 card is the support or challenge, a second card that's going to support or challenge that feminine drawing. And 3, the masculine card, a card that represents the masculine. And then the 4th card is a challenge or support for the masculine. Then we draw a 5th card for the unifier. So the focus would be just balancing the masculine and feminine. I mean, just to do a basic thing here. Okay. Were there any questions there, too, about that?
Uh, will you remind me the purpose of the intention of this particular reading is
The balance, the masculine and feminine energies. It's a key
mm,
archetype and polarity that we have. We both have
okay.
masculine and feminine energies within us. Women have,
Okay.
in some ways, because of biology, more or a certain feminine parts biologically as do masculine. So there's a certain natural linkage there. And
Okay.
and hi, Margaret. So we're about to do a masculine feminine. So the idea is just to balance your masculine feminine, which is a key polarity because the masculine is very active, action oriented, goal oriented, as we talked about in the last, and it can be imbalanced if it's too aggressive, or missing. The feminine is more receptive and intuitive, relational, and if it's too imbalanced, it could be missing or it could be too pleasing, too passive. Okay, so let's draw a reading how to balance, and hi, Margaret, how to balance the masculine and feminine for Monique in the reading. So
Thank
we
you.
using the mythic goddess tarot, I might draw a little bit of her interpretations from the star tarot, which has a deeper interpretation. And okay, so we have the feminine card, the support and challenge of it, and the masculine card and the support or challenge of it, and a unifier card. So the feminine focus of the feminine for today for Monique is the 4 of Swords, which has to do with resurrection.
Mm,
Hmm. Um, okay. And I'll just give you a little clip on that and we'll go in. It takes a while for this, usually for most of us, to form into kind of a meaning. So give yourself time to understand this. And Monique, you can also chime in as something's popping up. But the 4 of Swords, the mythic goddess deck, talks about it as, again, recovery, sanctuary, peace, recuperation. The feminine is
mm,
needing rest, certain obstacles and losses. Now it's time to retreat and rejuvenate. You'll be
mm.
ready to go forth in a while. Okay.
Wow. I'm getting a lot of body confirmation, but I wonder if it's from my past.
Could be.
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
to perhaps answer that, um, there about rejuvenation. This is a support or challenge card. Can you see the cards okay? Are they coming out clearly enough in the screen? Okay.
Yes, thank you.
The 3 of Pentacles, that's the Earth card, and this was the mental card, the Swords. And the 3 of Pentacles is either a challenge or a support. So when you get cards, realize there's some, if they're, quote, a positive message, that's a support. If they're, quote, a challenging card, there's something you need to convert or showing you, it's not like something bad happened, just to review that. So the Three of Pentacles, the key word is learning. So what is support? I'm probably supporting you is learning. And
Mm.
to give you just a little more information on it, since we're teaching this, you could do it even without the guidebooks. You could do it just from what we have so far. Studying, achievement, focus. Because
Yeah,
you're resting, and in your rest, you're having studying, achievement, focus.
it makes so much sense. I've been just doing a deep dive in all sorts of metaphysical topics, modalities. I almost feel like I'm a bit of a hermit, but it's but it's an indulgence I love.
Yeah, and it may be something, even another word might be just a pursuit that is really fulfilling to you. It may not be, an indulgence sort of might have a slight negative connotation, whereas it might be something a very useful deep dive, a meaningful, profound, soulful pursuit.
Sorry, I'm trying to switch to my laptop. It's slowly
It could
going.
be new learnings and determination and dedication and commitment. So your feminine is recuperating and resting, and in that, part of probably your resting and healing is actually learning.
Hmm.
That's what I'm picking up, and if that rings, I don't know if that rings true for you.
Very much so. I've had a few past life readings where I've had some very distressing past lives as a healer or you know uh,
Okay.
metaphysical spiritual
Yeah.
teaching.
So these things
Makes sense.
come into play. At first, they might be, now, what is this? So going back to the next part of the deck, the masculine side of the body, and the left brain and right side of the deck here, the right side of your body, left brain, masculine. Okay, another Pentacles, another Earth card. Interesting. The Knight, manifestation.
Mm.
Okay.
So that usually represents manifestation.
Let me
Oh,
elaborate on that. The Knights are sort of the active, young, exploring cards in general. And if you're doing the Pentacles, the Earth, that's often things with material things. Again, we have to kind of loosely understand this, what is relevant to you today. Knight of Pentacles, practicality, hard work, commitment. So this is more instead of just what you said, indulging, but sort of pleasurably following your soul. And the other one, this is more practical, hard work, commitment. The Knight indicates both fulfillment and overcoming difficulties. Uh,
yeah.
as an individual, he's stoic, reliable, and helpful. As an energy, he takes responsibility.
Oh gosh.
And it's kind of following your pursuits. It's staying wherever you're being led and just following through and going forward, and whatever maybe the challenges, the more active part of it.
Hmm. Makes so much sense. Exactly
Okay.
the place where I am.
Yeah, and if you have any comments on what I'm saying, please offer them, and we'll go and take a couple more minutes further. But
Yeah.
anything you want to mention as I'm bringing it up, because it's like a picture puzzles, these cosmic puzzle coming into pieces. So the support or challenge for your masculine today is death, endings.
Ah.
That's that dark card.
Hmm. That's my support or challenge. Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go into the Star Tarot for this, 'cause
Hmm.
it has a deeper meaning for death, and I in a recent reading, I just got the death card too. It comes up, and at first, sometimes it may be something that seems shocking or disturbing, the whole idea of it. Uh,
Hmm.
and it's card number 13, and today is the 13th. Great change and transformation, letting go, change, but also transformation, renewal, and promise of rebirth.
Oh gosh, that just makes so
And it's
much
not,
sense.
and it generally doesn't refer to physical death, as you probably know,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
might be part of something within you that's dying.
right. Yes, yes, absolutely. I just I we were just talking before everybody else joined us. It's exactly the moment of time I'm in is just emerging as a more confident in this new avenue that I'm taking and asserting myself in terms of resources and time. You
Mm-hmm.
know, all of that is a
Mm-hmm.
transformation of my role as a mother, a wife, and it's just it's incredibly accurate. It's a positive death. It's a
Uh-huh.
spiritual, yeah, yeah.
So this is interesting. What do you feel is either sort of dying or being let go of? Can you formulate it at this point?
Yeah, I think it's the fear, like a very, very visceral fear of persecution or a judgment. Uh,
Right.
so
So
it's
you're letting
taken,
go. So by
yeah,
following your heart, following this path, your spiritual path, the fear of persecution, you're learning how to let go of that. Is that accurate?
yes, hmm hmm
Okay. Wow. Okay.
yeah,
So before I draw the unifier card, the last card, let's just sort of just, well, maybe I should
yeah.
I
This is
summarize now? Now I'm just thinking, or maybe I should do the unifier and then we'll see how it all fits together. Maybe.
oh, it's
Yeah,
up to
let,
you.
let,
It's
let
just
me
such
give
a
you a
beautiful,
couple keywords and then we'll put it all together.
yeah,
Feminine, uh, which is the left side of the body and the right side of the brain for the feminine, intuitive, uh, relational. You're in some kind of resurrection, rejuvenation, or rather recuperation, not resurrection, recuperation. You're in some kind of resting period. You're feminine. And in that period, the way you're resting is actually learning. That's what I
yes,
love about the tarot. You don't usually think of learning and actively learning as resting, but it could be.
yes,
It could be. It sounds like it's nurturing.
absolutely, absolutely. That's so well said. For me, the pandemic was the best thing that ever happened to me
Oh,
because I
wow.
no longer had to take care of others. I took care of myself, and it was a long time coming.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that rest was the indulgence. I said just this
Yeah.
deep dive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that word
perfect.
that word might be a good word for you since you keep coming to it. It may have words have different nuances and they can be sort of personal to people. So for you, it sounds like that's a very positive thing. Uh,
Yes, yeah,
it's like indulging in something that's very soulful, very maybe almost sensuous to the
yes,
the body mind feelings.
exactly, exactly.
Okay. And then the
Yeah,
masculine part, this Knight of Pentacles, the Knight, the Earth card, which has to do with manifesting, going forward, exploring things, but doing it. There's a certain part and another energy which has to be very active and to go through things, and things are not all just sort of nurturing and flowing and easy to go to. Some of them are going to be more challenging. Is that bringing anything to mind to you, that
mm,
card? What's
yeah.
a
Uh,
challenging pursuit to study and understand?
oh,
The,
yeah.
the,
I think I had to go through several healing modalities to really go back to my first foray into the whole sort of holistic healing arts, which is Reiki. And I think that sort of, for me, um, it was a journey of confirming and learning to really trust my intuition, which was bringing me back to that. And so so I think I'm in the right now in the actual physical moment of putting up my website and lining up clients, and so it's a real physical manifestation
yeah.
finally.
So it's taking, some
Yeah,
doing some effort, some practical work, getting through all the road and the details and the exactitude of that. Um, I'm
that's
just going to
right.
read. I'm kind of drawn to the Knight of Pentacles from the deeper reading from the Star Tarot here, just to give us a little more. Um, embodies the elements of air and earth. Okay. The knight is at peace with himself and his environment, sensitive, stable, and reliable. He travels a meditative path or a quest. He's dependable.
Wow.
He doesn't
Hmm.
let distractions lead him away. He's inspired to new worlds. He takes responsibility for himself and his actions. Um,
Wow.
he brings strength, faith, and peace to any challenge, pure open heart. So he is very determined. He is very focused. He's on a
Exactly.
quest and he's going to take responsibility for it,
Yeah.
whatever that, kind of whatever it takes
Yeah,
being authentic and in integrity. And the death
exactly.
is that letting go,
Wow.
which I think we got that one. I felt like you got that pretty squarely, don't you, about letting go of fears of persecution? Is that
Yes.
true? Okay, let's
Yeah.
conclude the last card, the Queen of Pentacles. Wow, another Pentacles, another man. So you're in a manifestation mode with all the green manifesting earth cards, the Pentacles.
Ah,
And the Queen of
that,
Pentacles tag word is unifying, which is this is the unifying card. So it's a kind of a double unifier.
that's incredible.
Yeah. Let me give you a little bit on the Queen of Pentacles here. I'm going to the Star Tarot. Uh, aware of the magic in nature and the strength and lessons that spiral from it. She's a healer, believes in magical and wonderment, manifests as material and spiritual wealth,
Wow.
knows the keys of prosperity, health. What she does is love and trust, figuring out ways to love and trust yourself. So you can do that with others.
Hmm.
She cares more for the world of nature than for physical possessions. Yet she enjoys luxuries, embraces all life experiences, good or bad, generous, honest, passionate, fertile.
Gosh.
So awareness of how
Quite.
magical life can be when you're in sync with earth energies, as well as recognizing the divine essence that life holds. So that's quite a unifier.
Wow. That's actually so it it's almost as if I wrote it. It's just
Mm-hmm.
everything I'm moving towards. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if I had to pick the cards that summed up this moment in time in my life, it's so incredible.
Yeah. So this is a real,
Real
actually
confirmation
soulful. It's a confirmation and a soulful summary of where you are and where you're going, where you've been, where you are, where you're going.
where I'm going exactly. I
And I
hope
want to
to
bring
go.
in, if there's any comments coming here from Margaret or Cheryl in just a moment. But just to sum up um, my quick summary. So the feminine is recuperating in a sort of a restful way. And the way she's doing that is going through enjoyable studies, Three of
Hmm.
Pentacles. So the Four of Swords, recuperating, Three of Pentacles, learning. And the masculine is the Knight of Pentacles, which is on that quest and that reliable quest to discover things to help manifest not only material things, but even maybe more spiritual thing in the magic of life. And he's doing that by letting go the death card, letting go of fear of persecution. And the unifying card is that Queen of Pentacles, which has that poise of the material and the earthly realms and doing it in the way that's right for you. I'll just read one more piece about the Queen of Pentacles from the mythic goddess Tarot. It's a generosity, caring, luxury, time of equilibrium in your life and prosperity and security. Could be growth of a business or love. So it's a beautiful card.
Wow.
Could represent partnering with different people or energies. the queen.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's exciting too.
So it's unifying. So that's a summary. And I just want to open it up if Margaret or uh, if you had any comments you wanted to add to that too, or anything struck you, or Cheryl.
That's neat.
Cheryl says, I love that reading connects you to right now, Monique. It's always a surprise.
Yes.
And yet it's not a surprise when that happens. We
I
can't make
know.
this stuff up. And that was a nice comment from Cheryl in the chat message.
That's right. That's
Oh,
yeah.
Margaret, did you want to add?
I was thinking the same thing. I mean, when you actually turned over and we had the three Earth cards, I was thinking how much it was affirming everything happening for her right now. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I remember her talking about how last week or last class, what she just said about she's kind of made that decision and she's in the practice of, you know, putting the website together and starting that journey forward. And it just feels so present in the
Mm-hmm.
end now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
she does feel very present. Yeah, good point.
Yeah, that's amazing. Amazing reading.
I always work out.
Right.
I know.
Well, very good.
Why,
Well,
why am I
well,
always surprised? They're always amazing.
well, maybe were there any other comments or questions before we conclude the lab?